Hello and welcome to Board Game TV. It's Shadow Sunday and we're playing Shadows of Brimstone. And this will be the last mission for our government heroes, the ancient one. Now, because I dug myself into a hole, if you saw my previous two missions, gameplays for this, you'll know that the ancient one will be on his brutal side and he will get an elite ability. And I don't know if that's, that probably spells certain death for our heroes, but we're going to try. This is going to be the end of the entire campaign. So let's see how it goes and see what we can do. One of a massive and powerful race of alien beings, the Ancient One is from far beyond the stars. As old as time itself, he slumbers in the void, dreaming worlds into existence and crushing entire realities with his nightmares. On rare occasions, the Ancient One will stir in his timeless sleep, manifesting himself in a physical form that can hold shape in our world. Tearing a hole in time and space, he emerges from the void, bringing ancient doom and despair to all those who lay eyes upon his hideousness and twisting visage. Now we're going to be playing Ancient Awakening. Figures move in the shadows at night, and whispers spread of a secret cult operating out of the old mine up in the hills. It's said they have been performing dark rituals to awaken an ancient and powerful being from beyond all space and time. This creature cannot be allowed to emerge from the void with its full strength, or reality itself could come crashing down. So we're going to be using the mine entrance. We got to defeat the Ancient One. Yeah. Whenever we find a clue, immediately flip over the map tile with the exploration token, shifting heroes into a different world. So whichever world's on the back of the map tile. Draw an additional map card from the new world's map deck and attach that map tile with all doorways open without moving the posse marker or placing an exploration token on it to the entrance of the flip map tile. Each hero must be placed in an empty space of either of these two new map tiles. Continue resolving the rest of their exploration token on the flip map tile now that the heroes are in a different world. The previous map tiles are discarded. When the hero posse marker reaches space marked 11 on the depth track, you are getting close. The next room map tile found is the objective room. When the objective room is found, do not place exploration token there. The objective room has no exits, and at the end of the first turn in which there are one or more heroes on the objective room tile, reveal all growing dread cards in the stack as normal, and then the heroes must face an epic threat in the objective room, selected only from those that include the Ancient One. Once the Ancient One and all other enemies have been defeated, the heroes have successfully completed their mission. Yeah. Okay. So we'll look at the Ancient One when the time comes, but for now, this is what we're going to be doing. Like I said, I don't expect my heroes to survive, to be honest with you. But who knows? So let's do our first things first. Let's roll for darkness. And we roll a 7, and that is good enough, so we don't have to worry. So let's go ahead and do our heroes. The Indian rolls a 6, which is pretty good. He has +1 move, so he can move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's grab a map tile here. Okay, put that there, and we'll go one more 7, and we'll put an exploration token there. Let's put the hero posse marker at 15, and let's roll for our U.S. Marshal. He rolls a 4, and he can move 5, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's move our preacher. Oh, well, that's a terrible roll. He rolls a 1. And he gets a grit because of that. Okay, so let's see what our exploration token has in store for us. And we have an attack. Now, we're going to do the tracker. We may discard and redraw an exploration token or encounter. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the Indian's tracker ability. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to just draw the next one, and it's going to be an encounter ×2, but we do have a clue token. So we're going to flip the tile here and get all that straightened out. So let me get all that straightened out, and we'll have 2 encounters. Okay, so I flipped the map tiles, and we are in the Targa Plateau. And I put my other one down, and that's not going to count for Posse Mocker or anything like that. Move rolls of 1 do 1 automatic wound to a hero with no defense roll. Heroes recover a grit on the move roll of 1 or 2. So there's that. Okay, so let's have our 2 encounters. And our first encounter is going to be Ancient Writing. Inlaid into the stonework are a series of glyphs, some sort of ancient writing perhaps. A hero can do a lore test. Let's see. Who's got the best lore? Preacher has 3, 4, 5. He has 5, so we'll go with him. Alright. I threw them everywhere, but there we go. We've passed. So he's going to gain 25 experience. And all heroes may draw a loot card. Okay. So we're going to get an artifact for the Indian. And he's getting a experiment canister, +1 cunning, if sold in town. Okay, at the end of ooh, no effect. Ooh, okay. Well, it's not really that great. And 20 experience. Okay. The Marshal is getting some gold nuggets. Getting 5 times 50, $250. And the Preacher is getting some cash. Okay. Alright, let's do our next encounter. Ice shards pouring up out of the cracks in the floor. Hundreds of vicious ice scarabs attack. Every hero must immediately take 2d6 minus their strength with no defense. They also, okay. Okay, so let's see here. 2d6 minus their strength. Ooh, that's terrible. Okay, so 5 minus, you see, has +1, 3. So that's going to be, Indian's going to take 2 wounds. The Marshal's going to take 6. So he has a strength of 2, 3, 4. So he's going to take 2 wounds. And the Preacher's going to take 6. And he has a strength of 3, 3. So he's going to take 3 wounds. Okay. Alright. So there we go. Alright, so there's that. There's our 2 encounters. And let us roll for darkness. Double 5s. Which is Echoes of Death. One random hero immediately takes 2d6 horror hits. Okay, well, our random hero is going to be the Indian. And he's going to take 5 horror hits. And let's see, he passes all but 1, because he's only going to take 1 horror hit. Okay. Let's roll for movement. Okay, the Indian rolls a 4, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, the marshal, well, he can move 3. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And he can recover a grit. So which he will do. And the preacher rolls a 3 as well. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. Okay. He's going to go ahead and do a sermon and try to heal himself. So let's see if we can do that. We can. So he's going to get some experience. And he's going to heal all 3 of his wounds. Let's roll for darkness. Well, that's a miss. So we move the darkness 1 step forward. Now the Indian will go. Alright, he gets a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to leave him there. We're just going to stay there. We'll be at 14. We're in the target plateau. So let's see what kind of car we're going to get. Frozen fork. That tile out. Here it is. Okay. Okay, we're going to put an exploration token on that. And let's roll for our marshal. He rolls a 4, so he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now our preacher, he rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Alright, so we have a growing dread, an encounter, and another clue icon. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a growing dread card, and we'll add it to the stack. Okay, and now we're gonna flip the map tile, and we're back into the real world. So let's do that. These off. Okay. Wow. Okay, and now we have to draw 1 map tile and put it. Is that it? That is it. Let's see, this is going to be going here. Let's see where we're going to put it. Put it, okay, down here. So this is going to go there. And then we'll close off the other way. Okay. And so we're going to have 1 encounter. Let's go ahead and have one. Alright. The burned witness. The smell of burned hair and flesh is heavy in your nostrils as you step forward into the dark, smoke-filled room. Shining the lantern around the chamber, you stop cold as the light falls on a kneeling figure in the center of the floor. Charred to a crisp atop a small pyre of ash, as you stare horrified at the still smoking body, its eyes snap open and screams. Lurching forward, its skin cracks and boils as it reignites, bursting into a wild flame as it charges. Okay, we gotta do a random hero. And that is the marshal. Alright, initiative. Roll a d8 to draw your weapon and put down the shrieking figure. If the roll is less than your initiative, it bursts into a shower of ashes. Okay. Well, our initiative is 4. Yeah. It is not less. Gain. Okay. If your roll is equal to or higher, you are burned by its touch before it runs off screaming. Take D8 wounds, ignoring defense, and add a growing dread card. Okay. Alright, so I gotta take 6 wounds. Jeez. And we add another growing dread card. That was not a good card to the stack. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, let's go ahead and roll for darkness. And that's a big fail. So here's a darkness card here. Let's see, it says, discard other darkness cards currently in play. Okay, for each discarded card, draw a growing dread card and add it to stack. Well, we kind of got lucky on that. So, that's fine. And now the heroes will go. And we have our Indian Scout. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Our Marshal. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And our Preacher. He's going to go 1. He's going to do a blessing on the Marshal. And he passes, and he's going to heal him. 3 health. Get some experience. He's going to gain grit. Okay, let's roll for darkness. 8, we passed, no problem. Now the Indian will go. Okay, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we'll set him there. He'll move over 1. Let's go ahead and move our posse marker. And let's see what we get. Well, first things first. Let's see what we get. That's right. We get a mining room. Okay, so it's going to go like this. Let's put exploration token on the board. And let's go with the Marshal. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Preacher 2. 1, 2. Okay, don't fall so behind there, buddy. So let's see what we get, and we get 2 doorways. So one of these doorways is blocked up, and 2 encounters. So number 1 doorway is blocked up. Should be down. Okay. And let's get our 2 encounters. Suffocating heat. A wave of intense heat rolls in from the scorching desert of the Badlands, making the air dry and hard to breathe. Alright, until every hero loses 1 grit. Okay. And it remains in play. And then the next one, Travel Totem. A terrifying totem resides here, built into the wall. A gruesome visage adorned with feathers, bones, and trinkets. As you approach, you can feel it staring at you with hateful eyes. Random person has to do a Spirit 5+ test, and that is the Preacher. And his spirit is his strength. Okay, got a 6 right there, so he passes. So he'll gain 15 experience. Okay, now let's roll for darkness. And we failed. Let's move that. Now our Indian will go. He's going to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to be halfway, so let's go ahead and, well, let's move these guys first. 1, 2, 3. And 6. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the preacher, we'll take that off. He's going to do a sermon on the marshal. And he's successful, so he heals him. 3. Let's move that off. Alright, let's see here. Let's get a map deck card. Summoning chamber. Yeah, alright, well, we'll do summoning chamber, that's fine. Kinda is against a little bit of the theme of what I wanted. But that's fine. Let's put an expiration token on the board. And there we go. So let's see what we have now. We have an encounter and 1 doorway out. Well, we're getting a lot of encounters. Doorway out is 4 through 6, so it will be going this way. And we're going to have an encounter. Now this one has its own special encounter, so let's see here. Let's find it. Was it summoning circle? Yeah. Okay. A runic summoning circle is marked out on the floor here, suspended by burning candles. Someone has been dabbling in some very dark stuff. Hopefully they didn't succeed in doing whatever it is they were trying to do. You have to choose. Okay. I don't want to do the lore. I want to do the luck. Every hero will do a luck. So the Indian has a luck of 2. He passes. Okay, the marshal has a luck of 3. He passes. And the preacher has a luck of 2, 3, 2. He passes. Woo. Okay. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. Let's roll the die. See what we're going to do. We'll roll for darkness. Huh. Damn it. Okay. Draw a growing dread card and add it to the stack. Indians going to go 1, 2, 3. The marshal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the preacher 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's roll for darkness again. Double 3s. Move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. Holy cow with this. Okay, let's go in there. Let's draw a darkness card. Each hero takes 2 corruption hits. Gains 20 experience and must pass. Okay, alright. 2 corruption hits. The scout fails 1. Marshal fails both. Preacher passes both. Okay, everybody's going to get 20 experience. And let's see. Agility 4 plus to keep their side bag token. Agility of 3, 4, 5. Indian has an agility of 5. So he keeps his. He has agility of 3. Keeps his, and the preacher Well, he only has 2. But he passes. So there we go. Everybody keeps their side bag token. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll for movement here. And the Indian's going to go 1, 2, and we'll move him. And we're at number 12, so we're getting close. Blast room. That's not it. That's it. Okay. So this is it right here. We're going to put this there. And let's put an exploration token on the board. And, alright. Let's move the marshal. 3, he's going to be ahead. And the preacher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put him there. And he's going to do a sermon. He passed. So he's going to heal the marshal's wounds. So marshal's back at full health, which is absolutely what we wanted to do. Wow. Alright, and so here's our exploration token. And it is another encounter. Man, we're getting a lot of encounters this game. We're going to have 1 doorway. It's going to be 6, so it's going to be, well, we'll have to move this. Let's move this too. Okay. Okay, so our encounter card is explosives. It says the room is filled with crates of dynamite and barrels of gunpowder. Much of it is spilling out into the floor. Some of this could be useful, but you had better tread lightly as it seems unstable. Any hero or any their move this map tile may search. For every one. Okay, so I could risk it and search, but I probably won't. I don't think it's worth the risk, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and roll for darkness. 3. Okay. Another Growing Dread card goes in the stack. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and roll for movement. 2, 3, 4. The marshal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the preacher is going to go 2. We're going to go ahead and do a sermon. We're going to do this a little bit out of order. Okay. All I needed was a 5. Barely got it, but he's going to heal the Indian. Okay. I'm nowhere close to leveling up on any of my characters. They're all level 4. So there's that. Alright, so we're going to move up to 11. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's draw a map tile card. We got a rail tunnel. Which is this. And then I remember if the instructions were right, it says once we get to 11, the next room tile found is the objective room. Okay, so the next room tile found is the objective room. Okay, so let's go ahead and put an exploration token on the board. And let's see what we're going to get. We have another encounter and a clue. So, okay, looks like we're going to be fighting most likely in the Targa Plateau. So let's go ahead, flip this. put our heroes on here. Now that has 3 doorways, but we'll just say that one is where it stops. So say that. So put that there. Let's go ahead and draw a Targa Plateau map card. And we get the furnace. Huh. I don't know if that really fits. Does that fit? Oh, well, it's gonna have to. And we'll put this right here. And then what we'll do is, I think we'll go this way, and that'll be the next room. Why not? Okay, so still running is alright. Sections of the walls ahead pulse with a red glow, and hypnotic throbbing sound echoes through the chamber. Whatever alien machinery resides here is still running after countless eons. Also, alright, so we're going to have to do an agility 4 test. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, see, he has agility of 3, 4, 5. So he passed. He has agility of 4. Okay, I'm going to spin a grit and re-roll that. I don't want that bad stuff to happen. And I'm going to spin my last grit and re-roll again. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, shit, I have one more grit. Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna be doing this. But first we have to do the preacher. He passed. I think that goes, does that, where should I put that? Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, because the stupid Marshall couldn't do it, we are now going to have to draw a threat card from Targa and see what the hell enemy we are going to get. So let's have a look-see at that. No harvester. Okay. Alright. 3 custodians and 1 Targa pylon. Okay. That's not terrible. Alright. So let me grab the cards here. Let's have a look at these. Alright. So let's have a look at the custodians and the pylons. We have Initiative 4, Electroshock. At the start of this enemy's activation, every adjacent hero takes 3 hits. They have the Defense Laser, so that's their stats on that. At the start of this enemy's activation, if there are no adjacent heroes, heal 2 wounds to all itself and all adjacent pylon and robot enemies. And when selecting a target, include any damaged target pylons. Okay. And these are its stats right here. The pylon here is immobile. Well, they can't be moved. critical hits only reduce their defense to 2, and this is their burning laser, and each of Targon Pylon's range hits counts as D6 hits. Yeesh. And that's their stats right there. Okay, so I'm going to get the monsters and we're going to put them on the board. Okay, I got it set up. Let's go ahead and roll for darkness first. 7. So, okay, we barely made it. Alright, so we're going to get to go first. And, well, let's roll for the Indian. Let's see him move. He moves a 4. I guess I'm going to have him throw his dynamite. And I'm going to have him try to throw it probably right there. I got a 6, so that's boom. Okay, so that's going to go boom, and he's going to do 5 damage to each. Of course, now this thing's defense only goes down to 2. So, this thing's going to take 3 damage. And this custodian is going to take the full 5. And there goes his dynamite. Okay. Now the marshal, he's going to get to go because he has the ability to where if he's tied, if his initiative is tied with somebody, he gets to go before them, the enemies now. What's that thing called? Yeah, okay, whatever. I forget what the name of it is. But he has that ability. And so he's going to go ahead and go. And let's roll for his movement. Oh, it goes 1, so he's going to get grit. And let's. I'll move him up 1. I have to anyways if I want the preacher to do something. And he's going to go, and he has the shotgun. Let me see. Does he have that? Does he also have that double shot? No, that's the rancher lady. Okay, so he's going to get a shot. 4. Okay, well that's a regular hit. It's not a crit, but that's fine. And we're going to target that guy. Okay, 3. That is not a good roll. I'm going to spend my grit, and we're going to re-roll that. Four. Well, that's terrible. Huh. Okay, well that's just 1 damage on that thing then. Dang, that's not what I wanted. You know what, however? I'm going to use the Amulet of Hangal. And I'm going to get 6 extra damage with that. And what I'm going to do is instead of targeting these guys, I'm going to target this. And so I did 6. 6 and 4 is 10. This thing has the defense of 4, so minus 6. And that is enough to kill it. So I kill this guy right here. Then, because I killed him, I do get an extra shot with my shotgun. Okay, that's a 6. That's a critical hit. Okay, and that is, let's see, it's 4. Yeah, they need 3. I mean 8. He has 5. I needed 3. So he kills that one as well. So he does, wow, he does 15 on that. And 20. come on, pin right on the pylon. So he's able to knock those guys out really good. Now, however, let me see here. Okay, the preacher's going to go. No, actually, he only has a 3 initiative. So now our pylon, or custodians here, are going to go. Now, there's nobody adjacent, so no electroshock. None of them are hurt. So we're going to just move him here, and we'll move him here, and they're going to attack the those 2 guys right there. They get 2 shots. So let's start with the Indian. Okay, one's a hit. Actually, both are a hit. And can we brush any of those off? We can brush 1. So it's going to take 3 damage. Now the marshal. Alright, 1 hit. And the marshal blocks it. So now the preacher's going to go. So let's roll for his movement. He can roll 1. He moves 1. So he's going to get a grit. And I'm going to move him here. And he will attack him. Now he's got actually the vengeance ability. So he gets +1 combat. So he actually has 4 combat. Okay, let's see here. I'll spend 2 grit and re-roll. Okay. Well, that didn't help. I did do 1 crit though. So let's see. 2 hits. Okay. And I'll spend a grit to re-roll this one. Okay. So I did 5, and I didn't get through its defense, so this one takes 5 damage. Okay. And that's the end of the turn. Let's roll for darkness. Double 6s. Look at that. Look at that. So, gain him a grit. Gain him a grit back. He's going to heal 3 wounds. Okay. That's great. That's what I like to see. Alright, so now it's our hero's turn. The Indian's going to go. And let's see here. He's going to do combat. He has combat of 3. No, sorry, he has combat of 2. Okay, he hits on 1. 5. +1 damage is 6. 3, he kills it. So this thing is dead. Okay. Now the marshal is going to go. Let's roll for his movement. Okay. He's going to shoot at that guy. He's going to spend a grit and re-roll. Alright, that's a crit. And he does 4 damage to it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, and then this thing's going to start now. And he's going to, every adjacent hero is going to take 3 hits. So the marshal's going to take 3 hits. And he blocks 2 of them, actually. So he's going to take 1 hit. Then he's going to attack combat. And he hits twice. Can the marshal blocks them both? And so now it's the preacher's turn. He rolls. And he rolls a 1 again. So he's going to get another grit. And he will attack. Okay, wow. Alright, let's spin that grit and re-roll 1 of these. Okay, it's 2 hits. 1's a crit. That's enough to kill it. So he kills that. That thing is dead. Let's give him some experience. Let's draw some loot cards. Well, first let's catch our breath. Indian, he heals his sanity. The marshal, well, he's automatically going to heal anyways. Okay, so that's good on that. So we've done that. Let's draw a loot card and the dark stone rock. And the Indian's going to get 2 dark stone. Alright, the marshal is going to get some gold bars. And the preacher is going to get some coins. Okay. And that is the end of the turn. We're at full health, so let's go ahead and roll for darkness. 8, we're good. Alright, let's roll for our heroes here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going in. So we know we're at 10. Alright, we know we don't even have to worry about the exploration token because we know that the ancient one is going to be in that room. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a map tile and see what map we get with that. That makes sense. The orb room. Alright, so let's put the Indian there. The marshal is going to go 1, 2, 3, and the preacher 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. So we know the ancient one is going to be in here. We know there are going to be no exits. So let's go ahead and block our exits off. Okay. We'll go ahead and roll for darkness and get this out of the way. We're good. But now we have to do the growing dread cards. So let's go ahead and do the growing dread cards. Let's see what we have. During the random gains an extra and elite. Alright, so he's going to gain another elite ability. Now, I do have something. I'm going to try to get rid of that. I do. So that card is gone. Once per adventure, cancel. This guy's already going to have an elite ability. I don't want him to have 2. So, okay. So I use my canary to cancel that. This one. Every hero takes 2 horror hits. Phew, that one's not too good either. Okay. Indian passed. Marshal failed. Okay, this is going to take 1 sanity loss, and then he has to take D6 wounds with no defense. 2 wounds. Okay, that's not too bad. And the preacher, oh, he failed both of them. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. And he has to take 6 damage. Yikes. That's terrible. Okay. Alright. That one's done. For every blood splatter and growing dread space, darkness pass on depth, each hero takes 1 wound, ignoring defense. It's 1, 2. As passes, only take 2. So everybody's going to take 2 wounds. Okay. Last but not least, heroes may not use grit during the first turn of the next fight. Okay. Cannot use grit during the first turn of the next fight. Alright. Now, let's have a look at the ancient one. Okay. We have to draw an ancient doom card. And these are cards that come with him. Cosmic Cleansing. The ancient one is +1 combat for every 2 heroes in the posse. Okay. Extra intermission rewards. Failure. Okay, well. Perhaps man was not meant to travel through time and space, spreading through the void to a distant worlds and other dimensions of reality. Once more, a time of cleansing has come. Okay. Okay, so he has an initiative of 4. You can see that he has 3 melee, 5 combat, peril damage. Let's go ahead and roll for see what his elite ability is going to be. It's going to be number 5. Wow. Okay, Ancient Blade. The Ancient one is now plus 3 damage on all of its combat hits. Okay. So, he has Unspeakable Terror. A hero starting their activation on the same or adjacent tile takes 4 hits. Endurance. He cannot take more than 4 wounds. Moves through other models and changes targets each turn. Each of the Ancient One's successful melee hit rolls is a combat hit to its target, as well as a combat hit to every other hero that is in the same arc facing and within 3 spaces of the Ancient One. Also, they ignore armor. Ew. Master of Reality. At the end of each turn, roll 2d6 on the chart below and see what happens. Wow. He has 60 health, plus 25 per hero. 135 health. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That is just awful. Whew. Alright, now let me get the model. And let's have a look-see at his model. And there's his model. He's pretty big. I'm happy with the paint job I did on it. I probably would have liked to do the sword a little bit better. But for the most part, I think I'm happy with that. He's going to be right here. And so let's go ahead and start our turn. Now he has initiative of 4. The Indian has initiative of 5, so the Indian will go first. The Marshal will go as well. So that's some good stuff. Now, first of all, though, the Indian has to take his terror. Shoot, I forgot. Let me put that 5 right here so I don't forget. Let's do 4 horror hits. Okay, and he passes 2. Okay. Let's roll for his movement. 4. I think I'm gonna move him here. It's hard to see there. So let's move this to the side a little bit, huh? Okay. And he's going to use his rifle. He's going to get 2 shots. Okay. Actually, we're going to use the Marshal badge. And he's going to get 4 shots. Ugh. Alright. 2 regular hits, no crits. And that is just awful. That is terrible. Okay. No damage whatsoever. Now it's the Marshal's turn. He's got to take 4 hits. And he passes 2. So he's going to take 2 more. Okay. Let's roll for his movement. 2. 1, 2. He can go 3. And he will attack with the shotgun. But at least he gets 3 shots. Ugh. Well, we got 1 whiff, but 2 crits. Okay. 3 and 4 is 7, so he does 7 damage to him. Okay. Now it's the Ancient One's turn. And let's see who he's going to attack. 5. He's going to attack the preacher. So he will move here. Let's see here. He has 5 combat. He actually has 6 combat because of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that was not a good roll for the ancient one. He only hit twice. Okay, he's not in the same arc facing. Alright, so he only hit twice. It's not as bad as we thought it could be. So he's going to do 5. Oh, wait. First we get to see if we can ignore these hits. Well, we can ignore 1. So he's going to take 5 damage. But, let's see here. 3 plus 3 for that, so it's 8 damage to the preacher. Okay. Alright. And now the preacher is actually going to get to go. Let's roll for his well, let's roll for his terror. Dang it, I can't. And he passes all his, so no terror. Let's roll for his movement. 4. I think he'll just stay there. And he's going to do his combat. He's going to get 4 combat. Okay, and he gets 2 hits. One's a crit. Okay, so he's going to do 2, 4, 6 damage. Okay, now it's the end of the turn. We have to do this thing here. We roll a 9. And that is one random hero immediately takes D6 corruption hits. Okay, random hero is Marshall. Ooh, and he's going to take 3 corruption hits. And he actually failed every single one of them. Okay, now let's go ahead and roll for darkness. We failed. So actually we're going to go there. Okay. And that's the hero's turn. And let's do our Indian. He's going to roll. And he passes 1. So he's taking 3 sanity hits. Okay. And let's roll for his movement. 1. Okay, well good. That's a grit. And I'll move him here. And he's going to use the gate rifle again. Okay, I gotta spend a grit. Okay, that's a hit and that's a crit. That's 4 hits then. Okay. Now it's the Marshal's turn. And he takes 2 horror hits. And let's roll for his movement. Okay, I think I'm going to move him 1 here. We're going to try to flank him a little bit. And he rolls, well, he gets 1 shotgun shot. Well, that's a hit. And he does 4, so he does 1 damage. And now the ancient one will attack somebody new, the Indian. So he's going to go here. Attacks the Indian. Alright, well, he got 2 hits there. And the Indian can block 1. So he's going to take 9 damage. Okay, now the preacher will go. He'll do his terror. And the preacher passes his terror. And he will move, he'll move 1. He'll try to come back here. He's going to gain a grit. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to try to smite him. We need a 9+. Okay, I didn't get anywhere close. And that's... wow, what a waste of a turn. Yeesh. I am going to, however, use the ancient coin. And that's going to heal me full. Well, actually, I'm not going to use that yet. I'm going to save it. I'm going to use the bandages. And I'm going to heal 3 wounds. Okay. The marshal's going to drink some whiskey. He's going to heal 2 sanity. Let's see what else I can do. And the Indian is actually going to use the canteen. And he's going to heal all his wounds. Okay. Alright, so let's roll for darkness. We got double 5s. Alright. 1 random hero is going to immediately take 2d6 horror hits. That is the marshal. He's going to take 7 horror hits. And he loses 3. So he's only going to lose 3. Okay. Alright, he has whiskey, so we'll go ahead and do that. And he's going to heal 3. Okay, so we're done with that. I know it's a little out of order, but they're not at risk of dying. I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways. Okay, so now it's the hero's turn. And let's start with the Indian. Let's do his horror hits. And he fails 2. Alright. Let's roll for his movement. 3. He's just going to stay there. He's going to use... he's actually going to combat now. No, he's going to use the gate rifle. Okay, that's total whiff. Dang, man. Come on, dude. Okay, it's the marshal's turn. His horror hits, and he passes 2. So he's going to take 2 more. Let's roll for his movement. 5. I'm going to back him up here. And he's going to attack with the shotgun. And he hits. And he does no damage whatsoever. That's great. And now he will attack. Who's he going to attack? The marshal. He's going to turn and move to attack the marshal. And he hit 4 times. The marshal blocks all but 1. And I can re-roll because of the hat. And I didn't make it. So I'm going to take 6 damage. Okay. Now the preacher's going to go. And he fails 2 of his horror hits. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, he's going to get another 1. That's going to be another grit. And I'm going to try smite again. That time I got it. Okay, so he's going to get no defense. 2. Dang it, man. I'm going to spin a grit and re-roll that. 3. Okay. Alright, so he's going to take 3 wounds. Shoot. Okay. And now it's the end of the turn. And that's a 6. And that is, each hero loses 1 grit. Okay. And let's roll for darkness. 9. We got it. Okay. So the Ancient One is going to go, it's our hero's turn, it's the Indian's turn. There's 4 hits of terror, and he failed 3, of course. Okay. And let's roll for his movement. Okay. Move him 1, 2. He's going to do his gate rifle again. Okay, 1 hit, it's a crit. He does 3 damage. Okay. The marshal will go. And he fails every single one of his horror hits. Okay. And he's stuck right there. So he might as well just roll, see the movement. 5, no, he's going to try to shoot. It's a hit, it's a regular hit. And I rolled a 1. Oh my god. Okay, well, I can't do anything about that. And the Ancient One is going to go. Who will he attack? He will attack the Indian. So he's going to turn back around and attack the Indian. And he hits 4 times. And the Indian blocks 2. So he's going to take 6, 7, 13 damage. Okay. Okay, the preacher's going to go. We're going to use the ancient coin. And he's going to go ahead and heal his health. Okay. Then he's going to do his terror. And he fails 2. That terror is starting to just add up. We'll roll for his movement. 3. Or I'm going to move him here. And I don't have any grit. So actually, I'm going to move him there. And he will attack. And he hits twice. And he does 1 damage. Okay, so that's that. And now we roll for what the ancient one happens, and that's a 6 again, and that's each hero loses 1 grit. We don't have to worry about that. Let's roll for darkness. We rolled 11, that's good. And now it's a new turn. Okay, the Indian's going to go. He's going to take... He only fails one, so that's fine. Let's roll for his movement. Okay. And he's going to shoot with the gate gun. He hits once. And he does 1 damage. Okay, the Marshal. We're going to roll for his terror. He passes 2, so he's going to take 2 horror hits. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, he'll stay where he's at, and then he's going to shoot with the shotgun. He does a regular hit. He has 6. Okay, so that's 3 damage. Okay, the Ancient One is going to go now, and he will attack the Marshal. He's going to turn and attack the Marshal again. All right, and he only hits once. Look at that. And the Marshal, oh, can't block it. Okay, Marshal's going to take 7 damage. Okay. Okay, the Preacher, he's going to go. And he fails 2 of his horror hits. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, I guess he'll stay there. He's going to attack. Okay, that's actually a really good roll. 1's a crit, so... Okay, this is going to be 3. I guess we'll just do 3. 3 damage. Okay, and now it's the end of the turn. And we roll 7, and that is the Ancient One shifts before gaining +1 initiative to the end of the fight. Okay, so actually the Ancient One is now +1 initiative, so he will go first every turn. Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with him. And he will attack the Preacher this time. And wow, did he hit. He popped the hell out of the Preacher. Okay, the Preacher actually blocked 3 of them. So he only got hit twice. That's 8 and 8, 16 damage. Okay. This is now... Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot to roll for darkness. We failed that. So we're actually going to get another darkness card here. Let's see what happens. All enemies are +1 combat when they have 1 or more wounds on them. Okay. I'm going to use my Ancient Tablet. I'm going to cancel that, and I'm going to redraw a different card. Okay. Well, it's a trap. That's not... And discard all other darkness cards for each in play. Okay, well that's actually pretty good. Okay, so let's see. Now it's the Ancient One went. So now it's the Indian's turn. Let's do his terror. And he failed 2. Let's roll for his movement. Okay. I'll move him back 1. He's going to use his gate gun. And he hits a crit. And that's, okay, 4 damage. So that's actually a good hit. Okay. The marshal is going to go. He's going to roll his terror. Passed on 2. So he's going to only take 2. Let's roll for his movement. Yeah. And then he's going to attack. That's a crit. That's 3. Yeah, 3 damage. Okay. And now the preacher will go. He's do his terror. And he passes every one of those. No problem. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, and now he will do combat. And he hits all on 3 of them. One's a crit. And he does, ooh, okay, this is good. 4, that one's no good. And 3 is 7 damage. He does 7 damage to him. Okay, so we are at 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46. Alright, end of the turn is coming. We roll a 5, and that is consume. Each hero must discard a side bag token. Okay, well, we don't have any. I used them all. Okay, so end of the turn. Let's roll for darkness. Double 4s. While untargeted, a hero takes 1 automatic hit at the start of each turn. Okay, but this is an interior, so the blizzard will not happen. This is an interior room tiles, so we got lucky on that. Okay, it's the Ancient One's turn. Let's see who he's going to go after. He went after the preacher. He's going to turn and go after the marshal. And he does 3 hits on the marshal. Marshal blocks 2. Yeah, 2. So he's going to take, ooh, that's 9. Okay, that's going to knock the marshal out. We will spend our first revive token. We have 2. That will knock the marshal out. Let's give him a grit. Let's see what his injury is. As 11, that is when knocked out. There's no lasting effect. Well, that's good. Okay, now it is the marshal. It is the hero's turn. The Indian will go. He do his terror hits, and he passes. He fails 2. Okay, let's roll for his movement. Okay, and he will shoot with his gate gun. Oh, and yeah, that's no good. Okay, the marshal's gonna go. Let's roll for his terror, and he fails every one of them. Okay, let's roll for his movement. Okay, and okay, that's a crit. 8, so he's going to do 4 damage. So, boom. Okay, the preacher will go. And he fails 2 of his horror hits. Okay. And now he will roll the die. Okay, and he will, doesn't have any grit, so he'll just do regular combat. Hits twice. And he does 3 damage. Okay. And now it's the end of the round. Let's see what happens. That's 7. That is +1 initiative. So, okay, we did that. Okay. And now roll for darkness. Double threes. Man, I'm rolling these doubles. Move the darkness 2 steps forward. 1, 2. Okay. Jeez. All demon enemies are now +1 combat. He is not a demon, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, now he will go. Let's see who he's attacking. He's attacking the preacher. Excuse me. And he will go. Okay, and he hit 4 times. Can the preacher block any? He blocks 2. Actually, he blocks only 1. So 9. Okay, and the preacher with that has been knocked out as well. So the preacher's now been knocked out. Let's give him a grit. Let's see what kind of injury he sustained. 9, and that is he's -1 max grit. Okay. Alright, so now the heroes will go, and it is the Indian. Okay, and he fails 3 horror hits. Ugh. He will go. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, and he gets his gate gun. And look at that, he got a crit. Okay, that's 4 more damage. Okay. Now the marshal will go. He fails only 1. And let's roll for his movement. Okay, and he rolls regular hit 3. Let's spin the grit. 8. He does 4 damage. So that's good. Okay, the preacher. He fails 2 horror hits. And since he has a grit, we're going to try and do a sermon. We're going to roll for movement. Okay. And that is not even going to come close. So that's the end of that. And that's the end of the round. Okay, we have 6. Each hero loses 1 grit, so he lost his grit that he had. Let's roll for darkness. 4. Well, that's not going to make it. And so now we have to do a growing dread card. Each hero takes 1 horror hit. Wow. Okay. Fail. Pass. Fail. Okay. And now it's the Ancient One's turn. And he's attacking the Marshal. And he got all those hits. The Marshal blocks all of them but 1. Alright, well, yeah. And he gets 8 damage. Okay. It's the Indian's turn. Okay, he fails 3 horror hits, so he is at, okay, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 3 is 22. The Indian has gone crazy, and he is out of the game. I have no more revive tokens. He is done. Okay. The Marshal will go. And he takes 2 horror hits. That stuff builds up on you quick. He rolls 6. He's gonna shoot And it's a 1, that's a whiff. Okay, the preacher will go. He takes no horror hits. He rolls a 6, and he will attack, and he missed every attack. So the Ancient One will now go. 6, and that is each hero loses 1 grit. Nobody has a grit. Let's roll for darkness. 12! Oh, okay. So, alright. Wow. Unfortunately, KO'd heroes may immediately recover, rolling their injury madness. Wow. Okay. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna... The Marshal's gonna draw a loot card, because you can draw a loot card. He's gonna gain 20 experience. Kinda seems weird, but okay. In the middle of a fight that you do that. But, okay. That's just... 50. And... he gains some coins. However, the Indian will recover. Now, he went crazy. He's going to heal 8 sanity. So he's back at, see, he had, it was 21 minus 8 is, it was 21 minus 8. 21 minus 8 is 13. Okay, so it's 13 sanity again. Health. Alright. Well, that was a good move. But, however, our Ancient One is going to get to go. And since our Indian recovered, we stand him back up. And he will gain a grit. And the Ancient One is going to go after the Indian. Okay, now I did that full mix on his sanity. I didn't do his health, so he could, in theory, die again right now. That's 4 hits. And he blocks all but 1. And he's going to take 8 damage. And that is going to knock him down again. So the Indian is down again. He has been taken out. Again, well, that didn't last long. So the Indian won't go. It is now the Marshal's turn. Let's roll for his horror hits. And he fails every single one of those. That's 4 more hits. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, and he's going to attack with the shotgun. That's a crit. That's 7, so that's 4 damage. Okay, the preacher's going to go. And he fails his 2 horror hits. Let's roll for his movement. 3. Okay, we'll move him up 1 here. And he's going to physically attack him. And he hits 4 times, 3 times, no crits. And he does 2 and 2, which is 4 damage. And now it is the end of turn. We did 9. 1 random hero immediately takes D6 corruption hits. And that is going to be the preacher. And he's going to take 5 corruption hits. And he passes 3, so he's going to take 2 corruption. Let's roll for darkness. 9, we passed. Okay, so now it's the Ancient One's turn, and he will attack the Marshal. Let's move him there. Okay, that's everyone's a hit. How many can he block? 1, 2, 4. He blocks 4. Okay. Oh. Alright, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 7 is 21. Oh, and that does it for the Marshal. The Marshal has been knocked down as well. Oof. Okay. So the Preacher's the only one that can go. Let's do his horror hits. He fails 1. And he will roll for movement. Okay, and he will attack. And he hits 2 hits. And no damage whatsoever. Alright. We have a 9. Again, D6 corruption. 4 corruption hits. And he passes 2. So he's at 4 corruption. And let's roll for darkness. And we failed. And now it is the Ancient One's turn, and of course he will attack the Preacher. And he hit every single one. And the Preacher only blocked 1. So he took 5 hits. Okay, so let's see what we got. Now the Preacher has a health of 22. 9. And 8. 17. 17 and 6 is 23, and that is it for the Preacher. He went down in a heap. Well, we did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, almost 70 wounds. So let's all have a moment of silence for our group here. It was a good campaign. I think we were actually doing decent against the Ancient One. This elite ability is what was killing me. That I rolled that he gets +3 on all, +3 damage on all of his combat hits. Is the Ancient One worth buying? Absolutely. I don't really have an opinion as to whether he's better than Belial. I don't really know which one's better, and I really don't know which one's harder. Although I think Belial may be a little bit harder. This one has more health than Belial. So you got to do a lot more damage. He can take a lot more damage. But I highly recommend that you get Belial. If you're serious about this game, you get Belial and you get the Ancient One. 2 great grand bosses. I just don't recommend fighting them on brutal unless you are really high levels. So, our campaign that started almost a year ago has finally ended with all 3 groups, and all 3 groups were wiped out. Now let's talk about our heroes. And the Indian is okay. He's an average one. Well, no, I'll take this back. He's a little bit above average because the Indian can get abilities to cancel Growing Dread, Darkness, Map Tile cards. He's good at that. So, if you have bad luck with Darkness cards and Growing Dread and stuff like that, he is a good player to have. And he's versatile. He's about the same on either range combat and melee combat. Although you can have him built a little bit more towards melee combat, and he does a little bit more damage. He's an above average hero. The Marshal is okay. He's what you call average. That bonus thing with the shotgun is okay. But that's really only going to be at low level type stuff. When you get to the higher levels, it's harder to kill enemies with one shot, unless they're like already mostly damaged. So the marshal is average. The preacher, I like the preacher. I think the preacher is one of the better ones because of all his different things. He can heal. He can smite enemies. He's got cleansing fire, weaken. He's got all kinds of stuff you could do. I kind of played him only one-sided where I just did smite or healing. But he's very versatile and he's very good. And it takes a little getting used to, but he is a very good hero. I highly recommend him. All three come with the base sets. So, you know, you pick and choose, which ones you want to use. And so our campaigns have finally come to an end. They ended in failure for all three groups. But that sets up a stage for something on further down the line. But I enjoyed my characters. I very much enjoyed this almost year-long campaign. I enjoyed playing it for you guys. This is by far my favorite game. It has been for a while, and it probably will be for a while. It is a very expensive game to get into. Okay, let's go ahead and put that right out there. But if you have the money, or you slowly can do it and build up, it is very much worth it. It is. I consider this probably the best board game on the market, bar none. So what's next? Well, according to the last Kickstarter update, Shadows of Brimstone Forbidden Fortress, around January 11th, is on the ocean waters heading to America. So you figure about a month travel, and then which would be mid-February they get here, and then maybe a week customs, and maybe another week to two they start shipping out. So hopefully by the end of February, beginning of March, I will get the Shadows of Brimstone Forbidden Fortress. And I have the Shogun edition, which is everything. And I'm going to do an unboxing video for you on that. And then at that point in time, I will tell you what's going on, how to move forward. But next week, instead of Shadows of Brimstone Sunday, I will have something special. It's a year-end review. Look for it. It's going to be a fun little video. So I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next time, have fun.